Welcome to Virtual Piano Recital by Dr. Kim Piano Academy. I'm Dr. Kim. I'm a pianist and instructor for all of the pianists who's going to perform today, Kobe, Audrey, and Veronica. Although we only have been doing this for a year and a half or so, but it feels like this is our new norm, or we've been doing this virtual piano recital for forever, right? But I know some of you who cannot come to actual in-person piano recital have been really enjoying to be able to be part of their musical journey. Luckily, things are opening up a little bit more, and in fact, I have been teaching some students in person past month, and it was wonderful to see some of the students and be able to sharing music as well. I can imagine maybe next piano recital might be in person, but even then I will make sure that I find a way to share with all of you that who cannot come, either by sharing recordings or live streaming the actual concert for you so you can be part of it. Also, I actually have a concert coming up in July that is in person for the first time since last February. It's called Barclay Theater in Irvine. They're talking about opening up for 20% capacity for the hall, which is about, I think, a 700 people hall. And that is the normal to give a concert in person, but it seems like such a dream that I used to dream and I forget how it is. And I'm very much looking forward to the concert. And I will let you know about some information before public. So if you are nearby or live in San Diego, or be able to really be there, I definitely want to share the concert with you. Also, last year, I ran out of excuses not to write my first book, which I always wanted to write a book. So I did, which is coming up in August, this August 24th. It will be officially published then through everywhere, through actually a publisher called Greenleaf Publisher. And you can buy this book anywhere that you normally buy your book. It's called Whenever You're Ready. Barnes and Noble, Amazon, and everywhere. And this is very much like a written concert, like, and my students for sure will appreciate the book. And I'm sure you, who actually already have some contact with me, will appreciate the book. And I'm very much looking forward to share this book with you. I will go to LA next month, actually recording this book as audiobook. So it will be available as a Kindle audiobook and everywhere that you can purchase. In fact, if you go to my website, jiyoonkim.com right now, you can pre-order the book if you want to get an autographed copy, and about a month before the publishing date, which is you can actually get it by July. So very much looking forward to this book with you, especially with my students. Without further ado, let's get started. As usual, please be part of this chatting and sending a lot of emojis for clapping, virtual clapping, and be very supportive of each pianist performance and be part of those energy pack they need. And I hope all my students will actually watch this video, enjoy watching other performers as well as your own performance. So let's get started.
Hi, my name's Kobe, and welcome to our 4th virtual piano recital. It's kind of crazy that we've had 4 virtual piano recitals and that COVID's been going on for that long. Now I feel like everything COVID kind of just is starting to feel normal. For example, like, I don't really notice when I'm wearing masks that feeling that I used to have when wearing masks, and every time I walk into a place or get out of a place, I just try and wash my hands, and everything just is starting to feel really normal, like nothing ever changed. For my first piece, I'll be playing Mr. Trumpetman by Martha Meyer. When Dr. Kim first played this piece for me, I immediately knew I was going to play it because it's just super fast-paced and a super fun, jazzy song, and it's really upbeat and it's just super fun to play. Hope you enjoy.
is Audrey, and my first piece I'll be playing is Chopin's Opus 64 number 1, but it's also referred to as the Minute Waltz. So I really like this piece because I think it can be visualized many different ways or imagined many different ways. For example, there's one part of the song that's sort of jumpy, and a lot of people can I guess visualize or see this as like a cat's like bell, or like a door, just like a door when you open it to the store, or just any kind of ringing sound. So I like that you can like have such an open imagination with this song. When I do think of this song, it really reminds me of like weather, I think. Kind of like a story, maybe like a kid's story book where they're like stuck on a mysterious place or something. And I think depending on which part of the piece you're at, it really reminds me of like clouds or sun, or you know, sad weather, happy weather. So I'm excited to play this piece for you guys.
Hi, I'm Veronica, and I'm a 13-year-old pianist. I've been playing piano for 6 years, and I'm very excited to be joining this virtual recital again. So for my first piece, I'll be performing Bach Italian Concerto in F major, and it's going to be the first movement. I think this was one of the most challenging pieces I've played because it has very complex feelings, dynamics, and also really hard technique. And I also had a really interesting journey with the piece, because in the beginning, I was really intrigued. The melody sounded really cool, but then I didn't really like it anymore once I started learning it because the technique was really difficult. And then after that, I liked it again. So I had a constant shift of mindset. I liked the piece, and then I didn't like the piece. And at some point, I just gave up on the piece. And Dr. Kim came in, and she told me that sometimes you really have to just practice pieces that you don't like and force yourself to like the piece. And in the end, you'll just like the piece. So I think you can use that advice in almost anything you do. Like, for example, in writing, I would use this piece of advice when I'm about to give up, and it helps me go through this hard process. And now with the piece, I feel like I'm really confident with it and enjoy it very much.
now that everything's kind of getting back to normal, there's a couple things that I'm going to be able to do over the summer again. The first thing, which is my first ever year playing, is doing a lacrosse league during the summer. I think it's going to be really fun. We get to play in tournaments against other teams in San Diego. And also I'm going to be going on a backpacking trip to Yosemite. For my second piece, I'm going to be playing Sonatina by Clementi. I like this piece because there's lots of contrast in that dynamic, and it's kind of a peaceful and calm piece that's very gentle and kind of light, but changes and contrasts a lot of the time. Hope you enjoy.
For this summer, I actually have summer plans rather than being stuck at home because of coronavirus. So I'm actually going to be visiting more family and in the East Coast and just hanging out with people that I haven't hung out with in so long. And I'm so glad that life is getting back to normal and that everyone is getting to experience this again. So the second piece I will be playing for you is Bach's Suite 5. And for me, this piece has always been very butterfly-like, which is kind of ironic because another song I'll be playing you is called Butterfly, but that one has reminded me less of a butterfly than this one. But this one is like kind of beautiful and graceful, and that's why I like it. Kind of reminds me of like just flying, going to flower, thing like that. So I hope you enjoyed this piece.
So for my second performance, I'll be playing Debussy's Pas Pied. I would compare this piece to something like trains on a track and surrounded by mist, because the polyrhythm and the pedal is very disorienting, but then in the heart of the piece is the beat, and I think that would be the train tracks. So this is actually really interesting. I was listening to classical music as background music, and then this piece just popped up on the playlist, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. So my wish a few months ago was to play this piece and learn it. And now, my wish has come true. And this really makes me think that fate is a real thing, because this piece was calling to me and I played it. and this is actually one of my favorite pieces I've played so far.
When you say but, you've said a